To the left right there is the mansion. The guy's working still. So I'm gonna pull over and drone this. See how it comes out. I don't need to go inside. I went inside yesterday. He's not here. I don't see his car, so I told him I was gonna come by and drone it. Drone this right quick. And I am recording, so we're gonna fly out just a little bit, get from under the canopy. Okay, that's pretty. Goodness gracious, I didn't know that pretty up there. All right. Okay, this is the top. I'm gonna do a little video, then I'm gonna take some pictures. So I'm gonna put it in cinematic so it'll be slow moving. All right, that's the top floor. Ugh. 4 and 5 bedrooms, and it costs a pretty penny when it's already built. Goodness gracious. There's this, here we go again. Okay. Come down a little bit. There you're in the back. In the backyard, you see the swimming pool being built. And those are cows. The cows are feeding cows and goats. They let them roam on open property that hadn't been sold or built, so they can keep the grass cut. So the cows and the goats will eat it up. Maintenance. Again, all right, that's the swimming pool. The deepest end is 8 feet. To the left of that is going to be a outdoors grilling area. And to the right is the pump room for the swimming pool. Okay, and if you look at the back side of the house, ceiling to ground glass windows is going to be there. That's the plan. Move in a little closer, get a view of the guys doing all the work. This is an excellent team of fellas. Sooner or later, he's going to start his own construction crew. Oh, yeah. Ain't no OSHA over here, huh?
And bro, I tried to get him to keep it clean. I'm like, get on the maestro, bro. I'm like, my goodness, man, make these guys clean up.
How you doing?
They clean up.
All right.
Hey, Sandy, let me go, Chris, Sandy.
How you doing, Sandy?
Yeah, that's Chris' stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's a maestro or whatever. So that's the top of it or whatever. But shoot, I'll show you around, man. You know, when the gate's gonna come in, because this is 2 roads.
Okay.
Or whatever and stuff. So I figured, I'll take advantage of those 2 roads. Hold on, get my son. Laundry or whatever. Outdoor sink, stuff like that. And kids be, getting their shoes dirty and muddy and stuff like that.
All right.
To the common house, you wash it right there.
Drop it off. You thought that out, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, trying to, bro. Yeah. It's always something that you may miss, but yeah, this is the pantry room right here. It's gonna be a pantry and stuff, so, here how to do This is gonna be the kitchen, you know.
Okay.
Double oven, whatever. You come in, you know, double oven. You know, the big hood that goes up or whatever. Grand countertop.
All right.
So plenty of, room for high counter, cabinets and stuff like that. And the dining room,
Dining room.
yeah.
Window.
Exactly. Because you can see with that light and the breeze, I want a lot of light, natural light. Don't have to worry about using a whole lot of electricity,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then I'm gonna have screens on the bigger windows, so we have them open, let that breeze.
That area.
Always a breeze here. Always a breeze. So that's what I love about it. So I think that makes the living room here. Actually, you come in through the front door, so you can go through the way.
All right, yeah, that was.
The front door has a big wide door right here.
Yeah.
That big tall door, like 9 foot, or right at 9, not quite 9, like 8 feet something. Door, whatever, and then you come in either way. You have little stuff right here.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the decoration later. Just trying to get this stuff done, boy.
I bet.
Entertainment wall, so the TV got the box up high or whatever for black.
It's gonna look nice, man. It's gonna look nice.
That's trying to, bro.
It's gonna look nice.
I want to have some lights around that, that part right there. We're figuring it out. See what they do here is, instead of the studs and the sheetrock, and then you put a little mud and you're done.
Yeah.
Here, they put the block, and they put this stuff called a paillette. And they also put in the floor, so that's why, just like now, all this floor is gonna be elevated. By the time they finish, it's gonna be about this high.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
It's gonna be about almost 10 inches taller.
Look at that.
Or whatever, So yeah, this is the south block, then they put the paillette, then they put the finishing, they put another coat, and then they finish it, make everything nice and smooth.
They built houses like this in the United States. It'd be worth paying what they pay, what they charge.
Exactly.
You can punch a hole in them houses over there in the States.
Exactly. That's why these things don't come down.
Yeah,
Hurricane, tornado, whatever, don't come down. As you can see with the block, then by the time they finish this gonna be about this thick. And this is already a 8-inch block. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about, a lot of weight on there. A lot of stability.
Yeah, fill them up.
So they finish that up, make it nice and smooth, and then you prime it and then paint it. Whatever stuff. So that's what they do. And when they finish it, it takes all the pores out. Because country got a lot of holes. Yeah. And that's what keep the water the water from coming into your house or whatever.
So you got the pipes running through the floor, because you say you're gonna fill this up.
Exactly. Yeah. The floor's gonna be this high. In some areas they had to do they did it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
So and then of course these are floating stairs. That's what they're working on now. I saw this on YouTube. I didn't want the typical stairs. You just go up and down the block or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, so I saw that on YouTube. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it to the carpenter and see if they can do it. So it's a lot more difficult for them to have done it this way. But to me, it looks a lot better. Some different words. So they call it the floating concrete stairs. I watched a few videos, sent the engineer videos and everything. So they did the measurement. Like, okay, yeah.
So is it like a rod or steel going through there or something?
Oh yeah. You see how that rebar? We got rebar all through this. You see the rebar sticking out everywhere.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's one thing that the concrete people say. Like, man, we go and pour cement in a lot of houses. He was like, man, your work. He said, trust me. He said, you're in about the top 20% of standards when it comes to everything I seen. He said people go so cheap. He said we poured concrete and then went back to do some things and the stuff was bouncing. It was just that thin or whatever.
That's terrible.
But yours is thicker than what it needs. Whatever. So she was like, man, you're doing a really good job. So he said, if I got anybody that because he asked me that I have a company. And I said back in the States I did renovations, but I haven't built from the ground up because this is my first time doing it here. You're like, man, I will send you customers. Hey. He said, I got customers or whatever. You're like, it's something you should really think about doing between you and the way your maestro communicate with the guys and stuff. You're like, y'all got a good team. He said, every time I come, everybody nice, professional. Y'all organized. He said, man, we go to some yard. He said, last year we was on, like, we had to wait for like 6 hours.
Oh man.
They got there, the carpenters, work that they did fell down, the concrete poured out.
Oh man.
It was a major job, because he from Italy. He
Oh,
was
okay, he from
amazing
Italy.
job that we see here, bro.
Wow.
So he was like, to see somebody like you that, communicates well, and you got your guys communicate with other guys, and y'all doing things by codes, for the most part.
Right.
He was like, trust me, people would love to pay you, to actually do that work.
Hey man, that's your next venture then, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
bro.
your next venture.
It is, probably.
Yeah, we can go around then. We can go around. Yeah.
And the guys. So out here, this is what's gonna be cement, or whatever. Just all sort of similar to Wanda's. Basically, just going to the pool, and then we, got the walkway right there, and then but I wanted my outdoor area to be separate.
Separate.
So this will be a little grill area, half the bathroom right here. So I ain't worried about going to the house, kids wet, all the stuff, tracking
Dry
water in the
off,
house.
change
Right
clothes.
here. And then the pool pump room right there.
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
So we'll do that. And then like we the guys ran the bricks. You see everything is level to this wood. All this is this is the height of the concrete. It's gonna be similar to the height of the house, just a little bit of a drop or whatever for the water, in the rain and stuff.
Okay.
And then of course the pool, with the little little island area right there. And of course they hadn't even did the steps yet.
All right.
So
all right. That's
and then,
cool.
Same thing on the back side.
How deep is that? About, look, 8?
No, it's not quite 8. It's like about almost 7, almost
Okay.
7 feet
All
or
right.
whatever. Yep. So if I had known the cement, the way they did the framing, if I had known that, I would have had them make it a little longer.
A little
At least
longer.
probably about another foot longer. But I figure, hey,
Oh man, that's nice. Shoot, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's about this bigger than Wanda's.
Probably about the size of her, I think. Maybe.
It was like a little bit wider, seemed like.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe. Yeah, and she got a nice pool. I love her pool.
Yeah, she got a nice pool.
Yeah, whatever. So that so like I said, this come over here. This room right here is gonna be my mom's room. So I want. Hey Chris, that's James. Chris.
How you doing, James?
Yeah.
All right.
Good guy, a good worker, man. Too. But yeah, so and these boxes gonna be grass because I don't want everything to be concrete. So I wanted more grass up in there, but I figured, with that grass, kids get in, they put it in the pool,
more
whatever,
work
so
to clean it. Yeah.
Exactly. So the way I got it now, you don't have to step in any grass to get to the pool.
Cool.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
they playing up in there, or anybody, or out here lounging, you good. But this will be grass and flowers.
Yeah.
Same thing over there, grass and flowers or
Yeah,
whatever.
Wanda got some pretty flowers.
Oh,
I
she
was
got some really
photographing them
pretty flowers.
things up
Yeah,
for
I love her
for
flowers.
30 minutes over there.
Yep.
Nice
and
flowers.
so this will be my mom. That way, she in no wheelchair. She on a cane, but if it came to that,
Yeah.
we can wheel her out here. She got all this. She can go all over. Even the bathroom. Right now it's a drop off, of course, but all that's gonna be level. Everything gonna be level, so you can walk in anywhere or whatever.
Okay. Perfect.
Mario, my buddy Chris from the States.
How you doing, Mario? How you doing?
Yeah.
Are you going to the States
I
tomorrow?
mean
He's
Saturday.
my
Saturday
Saturday.
really
Okay.
early. So
Oh, it's Saturday. Okay.
tomorrow.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Tomorrow I have to go to Santiago.
Okay,
And I'm gonna
okay.
stay in Santiago during the
Then
night
you fly out Saturday.
because it's 4 a.m. So it's like
Really early. I feel you on that.
I have to be there. So
Yeah, got
Okay.
you.
I'm gonna leave my car here, go with the bus, stay
Okay.
in Airbnb,
Smart move.
and get the.
Get a
I mean
little
the
rest.
back flights I have here to Puerto Plata. So.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, Mario doing the
All right,
great job,
Mario.
man.
Nice to meet you.
With this electricity, bro. So yeah, so this gonna be my mom room or whatever, and her clubs or whatever. And then the bathroom. And see, actually, like with these pipes, the reason they had to go in the pipe because it don't know if I told you, but that's one thing about here, bro. Like in the States,
So
if
that's
you-
the
if you
electrical
get a
wiring.
professional- Yeah. If
Okay.
You get a professional,
Conduit, he
They
should.
gonna come and do it right.
Yeah.
You get a plumber, they gonna do it. Here, these are what tell you they know how to do anything. You gotta constantly get on these guys.
The nails, yeah.
I'm like, man, make them turn the guy, turn the wood over with the nails, but take them out. Either one.
Yeah.
Constantly tell them that. But yeah, so So I'm watching his work and he just circling everything. I'm like, Jose, what are you doing? Oh, what you gonna do? I'm like, that ain't per code, you know. By the time we figured out what he had did, you know, the
Sorry to interrupt you.
no, bro.
I'm gonna leave now.
Okay.
I have only those 2 wires still to connect. I'm gonna work tomorrow in the morning with the battery and everything. When I finish there, I'm gonna leave them to work here in my house, to finish that. And I'm gonna prepare but before that, I just gonna come here to pass that line. And
Perfect,
give
bro.
me the money.
Perfect, bro. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Okay, Mario.
Okay,
Okay,
Mario,
see
take
you.
it easy
tomorrow,
now.
bro.
Take
Nice
it
to
easy.
meet you.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Okay, thanks, Mario. Your white step now.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so this will be her bathroom, nice sidewalk in, shower,
Definitely.
vanity right here, and then toilet and stuff over there.
Oh
So,
yeah, this is gonna be huge, man. This is
yeah.
huge.
Yeah, like I said, by the time they put the finishing on it and then the ceramic, it's gonna close in a little bit, but yeah, still
large.
a lot of space.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then with the ceiling being higher, you see you constantly got that flow, that airflow all the way through it, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what I like
Yeah.
about it, So which means one have to be using electricity all the time.
Nah, open them windows. You got screens on them. Big windows.
Oh, you
I
gotta have
was,
them screens, boy.
yeah, I was in the spot I had down in Santo Domingo. It was on the 5th floor, and it was breezy out there. I didn't even need no AC. I just opened that big old glass door,
Exactly.
blowing out through the apartment.
Exactly.
You know.
I didn't feel like every time I'm sitting there, you feel that? I hear what that
Yeah.
sound like, man, I can't
Feel
wait
it.
to just I'll be sitting right there most of the time. Or either on the other side where the tree is.
Uh-huh.
And so which I'm gonna have that. Light one the place, just time 5. Well, for me, I want a whole lot of fruit tree, banana, papaya. I already got a place
Papaya,
that
wow.
every
Wow.
fruit tree for real, every fruit tree that grow here, I'm gonna try to have it. Avocado.
Man, yeah, you have your own. You don't have to go do no shopping.
You know what?
None.
That's the plan.
None. Coconuts.
Yeah.
All that.
Right here, we're gonna do one garden. We'll have one right here and one over there. Because the sun and sea is on this area the whole day.
Okay,
Night.
son, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here is gonna be the boys' basketball court. I'm putting basketball court right there, and then the rest of that is gonna be, not the rest, but most of that's gonna be garden, and then some, and then living the grass.
All you need is a chicken farm. Where that's
As a
gonna
matter
go
of
at?
fact, I got my chicken coop on the other
I
side.
bet. Oh man, I'm serious.
Well, I got the chicken, and when I'm gonna have all this used to be we call him Primo, older Dominican guy that raised the cows and goats around here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna have him put me up a fence. Now, the way I get here, bro, watch the step here.
Oh,
Real thing yeah. So like I said, they framing out the floating stairs for the next floor.
Okay.
Yeah. So it goes on up. And you feel that breeze?
Yeah, I feel
up
that
here
breeze.
and down there. So right here is another living room, family room, or whatever. Okay, bro, you go? Okay. So he did the pick un chin chin. ¿Y finito? ¿Tú mira? Sí, temprano. Okay. Muy bien. Yeah, so watch your step. So you know how they do here. They use all the posts to hold up, the framing for the cement. So that's why you see all the wood on this floor. Then they keep moving up.
Moving it up.
I'm pretty sure you've seen them all the building work around here.
Yeah, I've watched them do that.
But yeah, that was Animal Castle. This is gonna be a wet bar area right here.
Okay.
And another little
All right.
I have some counters right here, and you see I got several pre-wired these for higher voltage, like for the blenders, mixing stuff. You want to make some drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff, watch the game or whatever. And I probably have a TV on the wall, and then of course, this is gonna be a double sliding door, or whatever. Ground cleaning sliding door. Two more big windows, and this was smaller, but I had them change the because I don't care what kind of plane you do. Every now and then, you know, the engineers they don't have and the structure designers they don't have your thought in mind, so they'll do it, but then they'll miss it. So one thing they missed was I wanted the master to be able to walk out on the balcony. Well, because of they didn't think about the air conditioner pipes, you know, that has to run through there.
Right.
So the builders they had to enclose that. So you enclose that. How am I gonna walk out to the back of that? Because this was a drop off right here.
Oh,
So you
okay.
see what I did was I had them extend this, so we had to break that back out to the rebar, tie into the rebar, run all new rebar, and put the big heavy duty rebar on the end, you know, for the supports, and tie it to each side.
Okay, so
So
they
I
extend
extended
it
it
out.
this much and then made it open. You know, so it's just stuff like that that you would miss if you weren't here to see
You
it.
definitely would have
You
missed
know what
that
I'm
because you
saying?
come here thinking you're gonna have access and you're
Exactly.
walled in.
Yep, house
Sorry,
built.
mi amigo.
Yeah, I mean
That's
basically
it.
that's it because ain't no
Sorry, mi amigo.
and after that ain't no breaking all this stuff up
I'm
and
telling
redoing it.
you, no.
So I'm thankful I'm here. I'm catching a
That's the
lot of
only
stuff
way
like that.
you made to do it the way you want it is to be here.
Yeah,
That's
that's it,
it.
bro. That's it,
Yeah.
you know. And that's why if I did this, bro, you know, matter of fact, actually, Sheriff's supposed to be coming out. I got 3 people that want to come down, and when I finish, and they want me to possibly build them a house,
You
whatever.
gonna
And if
do
I
it.
did it, bro, I will only do it one at a time.
You have to.
I'm not trying to do no 2,
2 or
3,
3 different
because
projects. Then you got to
this
go get more people, unreliable
exactly.
people. You can't be in 2, 3 places
There
at
you
one
go.
time.
And
If you
these
want
guys,
quality, you got to concentrate on it.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
Just like that guy on TV, Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
You ever watch that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he come in and fix up people's stuff if somebody else messed up.
They done jacked it up.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you can't do that 3 times. Yeah, one time. You got to be on it.
Exactly.
Concentration, you know, full attention.
Yep. And so this is the master or whatever. So you know, like I said, got a lot of windows here and be able to walk out or whatever. You know, same thing as downstairs, just on a smaller version. You know, for my TV, it's gonna be mounted here, whatever, entertainment stuff. You know, uh, so you know, you want to be a decent size. You know, whatever. Which all the rooms are really pretty big. All the rooms are pretty big.
The house is big.
And so this is like a locker room type deal. Well, so when you walk in, you walk straight into the bathroom and the closet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or whatever stuff. You know, it's not similar to my other place, but that I had in McDonald's. But you got to the bathroom first, and then the closet was after that.
After the bathroom.
Or whatever. Here, bathrooms on the left, and then the closet on the right, which is kind of dark, but it's pretty big. You know, it's the biggest one, of course. You know. A lot of clothes. We got this, and then it goes over here, and this is gonna be another junction box. Which you can't see all the lines. This is gonna be a junction box for the upstairs and the downstairs, where everything's gonna meet, and then go down or whatever. So there'll be a box right there, but all this will be closed in, and then I got another little area right in there, you know, for shoes and all kind of stuff or whatever, boxes, that type of stuff. And you can see, you know, everything is right, almost 10-foot ceiling, you know, whatever. So. Got a lot of space to go up too, you know.
Definitely. They running Cat 5 throughout, or that's just for electricity right there?
Oh yeah. I got some Cat 5 too.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm not running everywhere. But they haven't ran that yet. It's in the other room. So that'll probably be done next.
Yeah, because a lot of houses in America, they done with Cat 5. They think Wi-Fi is the do-all, but I mean.
Yeah, and for the most part, it is easier to go with like at my house. I got Starlink, and then I got my Google Mesh connected to it.
Google Mesh
and
is pretty good.
really, that's working pretty good.
Yeah, I use Google Mesh too at home, but a lot of people don't even know anything about that.
Oh man,
Places that I've gone to, you know, in the States. Yeah. They get their Wi-Fi downstairs in the living room, wonder why it's not working on the 3rd floor of their condo.
And especially here, with like right now, you're sitting with probably.
Oh yeah. This cinder block, man, please.
Exactly. So
you lucky if you get.
Like this gonna be the office right here, whatever. So I'm gonna have the Cat 5 come here and then go. I'm not gonna. It don't make no sense to run it throughout the house. or whatever, you know. So I'm gonna have it come into the office and downstairs entertainment area and probably the master bedroom.
Yeah, at
Otherwise,
least that.
and
Yeah,
I may or may not even use it. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
you'll
I want
use
to
it.
have it.
Hook that router up to it, and then go from there.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
use it,
So you know,
especially if you if at your desk and you can hook it directly into your PC
exactly,
with
exactly.
the
So
Wi-Fi.
probably do that. So of course, this you know you see a closet here when you come out the master. This is a closet area, whatever. And see that breeze. I don't care what room you go into. That's all you feel that breeze.
Yeah, you can feel it.
That's what I love about it. So this be Jonathan's room right here. We changed this a little bit as well. Why did we change this? Oh, that balcony was gonna go all the way across. I'm like, you know what? It don't make no sense to have that balcony go all the way across. I said, cause these boards, they like a lot of times you have a little sleepover on the weekend. So I probably will have two beds in here. So I said, you know what? Let's just put the balcony on half, and then we'll put the just use that space right there, as a bedroom versus outdoor because we got a lot of outdoor
Definitely
space
got a
here.
lot of outdoor space.
Yeah, and you
Go
can look and
outside, go
see in the
downstairs, and
balcony.
play in the yard.
Yeah, and the balcony not small for a goddamn
No,
kid.
hell
It's a
no.
huge
That's a big
balcony.
balcony. Yeah,
We're gonna have of course the rails across or whatever. So it's a huge balcony.
yeah.
So that's the other road. And as you can see, soon as you get around that curve, you can start seeing the ocean. So
Okay,
it's right there
right
or
there.
whatever. So yeah. And over in that corner over there, it comes about 15 feet up. That's when I have my chicken coop all the way over there. So it's on the furthest part, whatever. But still, and of course, once we finish all this, and all that's gonna be leveled, whatever, and we're gonna take the storage house down, and then of course we'll start cleaning that up. I'm gonna put a little Dominican kitchen over there up under that tree. You know what I'm saying? And so
Which tree?
well, I only got
The,
one, that big tree right
oh,
there.
out in the
Yeah, yeah.
yard right there. Okay.
Behind, like I said, this gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Once
Uh-huh.
we finish up, because as of right now we keep all our cement stuff like that in there, whatever. So the rain won't get to it.
Getting wet.
Whatever. So, I mean, of course, now we can keep it in here, but it'll be in the way here.
Yeah.
So we can just still keep everything in there, and then the guys that stay on guard, they stay in there too. They do
Okay.
their little cooking and stuff like that. But anyway, so instead of having the balcony go all the way across, I said, you know what? I just cut it off right there. We'll use this as an indoor space, and then this gonna be just windows. It's gonna be a curving window right there. Matter of fact, I think I sent you the design right of the house, so you kind of have an idea. I thought I did. Maybe I did.
Was it blueprints or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't send you those back when I first started
You
building.
probably did.
I know I sent it to my brother. I thought I sent it to you too. Most of the time I send both of y'all stuff. I got two big knucklehead brothers. But yeah, so that's pretty much
Okay, yeah,
about,
wow.
like I say, it was a couple little flaws in the design that they didn't plan for. It had to be changed a little bit, but for the most part, that's pretty much it or whatever.
Okay.
So this is the
That's
bathroom. Of course, they'll be tearing this out. They use this area as a mixing for the rest of the house. When they be putting blocks, they got to have somewhere to mix up all the stuff instead of doing it down there.
Downstairs.
Yeah, it's that they bring the stuff up, mix everything here. So they had the big pile of cement here as they was mixing up. So that's why these brick blocks are here. But this is similar way, and so this is their bathroom or whatever. So we got again the same thing as downstairs. The floors 10 inches up or whatever. So and of course that's the closet. So you walk in here, then you got the closet to the left, and then the bathroom to the right or whatever.
Showers.
Yeah. Shower. I really don't have any tubs. I thought
Yeah.
about putting one in ours. You know, but yeah, ain't
Not
gonna
many
lie.
people want tubs anyway.
Exactly, and especially here
Yeah,
because
especially here.
I don't really do it's not like it get cold like in the States. That's the only time I took a bath is when it was cold.
I don't remember ever taking a bath. I don't remember taking. I I'd rather get in the shower.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the only
Cook
reason I
down,
did it was
take a
back
bath.
when DJ was smaller.
Okay.
He's always, Dad, can we take a bath? Can we take a bath? So I was
He
make
want to
him
play.
every now and then, huh?
He want to
He
play.
want to play, yeah. And every now and then, you know, he'd be like, Dad, come take a bath with me. Come take a bath, please. So I would take a bath with him, but then, you know, I ain't did that in years.
Yeah, it's a
So
long
I figured,
time.
you know, why even waste that space, you know?
True.
Or whatever.
Like
So,
bigger shower.
there you go. There you go.
Bigger shower.
Exactly. Which is what I did to my little place over there that you know, that stayed in Iowa Caribbean. Watch the nail right here, same
I see
thing.
it.
They turn these nails over. This will be coming down, which would be nice. It'll be coming down by next Wednesday or Thursday. They'll be coming. So this is another room. This is probably DJ's room or a guest room because that office is big. And I'm gonna have a sleeper sofa in there, you know. And you see, I also got the room for the double beds in there too.
Yeah.
So when family or guests come, they really, you know, this will be pretty much their room. And you see, you got your whole quarters over here. Another, you know, pretty good sized closet. You know, especially for this to be the fourth bedroom. You see, all the closets are huge. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
a lot of space. A lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of space. A lot of space for storage too, which is good, especially when you got a bigger family, you know, or whatever. A lot of space for storage, and cabinets can go up, or you know, whatever, you know. So, though you look small in there.
Yeah. You can put a door on this joker, boom, your room.
It's true.
You can put a
twin bed
boom.
right there,
That's it, man. A TV, paradise. Paradise. That's all a man need.
Exactly. Don't take much.
Not much.
And then here, you know, double vanity, same just like the other one, except that this bathroom's a little bit bigger. You know, whatever stuff. So, you know, really this could be the master too.
It's good.
Either one, you know, either one.
Got a huge
big
bathroom.
Shower over there, double vanity. So shower over here, double vanity, toilet over there. And then, you know, that'd be some counter area or probably mirror.
Nice mirror, yeah.
Women like to get in or whatever, or, you know, place to cut the boy's hair or whatever, you know. So that's pretty much about it. Yeah. And the cows and the goats be walking up and down the street a couple times a day.
The
or whatever.
street?
Yeah, because they moving from property to property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't see us. But yeah, they moving from property. They go, there they go right there. So they'll walk them down and let them drink out of that fresh water creek down there. And then they walk back up.
You got a
big bull that roams, man.
You got coconut tree.
He doing his job.
You doing his job.
Man, he got a lot of them.
You got coconut trees right there in the street.
Oh yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, we be drinking from.
Look at that.
Shoot, unfortunately, we had to cut down 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them, because they was on this on my property, but there was you know in the way of the wall. And the guys were like, you know, you don't want them to be next to the wall. If they fall, the roots or whatever, you have problems. So I said, you know what, just gonna take them down. We got enough. But I'm gonna have some brought in. But have you seen the ones when you go to Santo Domingo and they full of coconuts, but they're the shorter ones. They're the shorter coconut to where you can walk up and grab one.
No, I haven't seen a coconut tree like that.
Where we got our puppy at, those people had some. And I thought coconut, I was like, man, it was big.
Man.
Yes, one. I said, yeah, I tried. Sweetest coconut I done had. Real sweet.
Wow.
Oh, I ain't show you that.
I wonder how they make that tree short.
You know what? I got a video. I see if I can find it when I went to Santo Domingo. But they got some. So this is the other lunch room right here. So, you know, because the family mostly upstairs anyway. So we'll have another, you know, lunch room. And even they got a big one though. You know, one of probably gonna cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, you know what? Figure, you know, why have a place, you know, like this
enclosed,
and not have
need that lighting.
And it be all dark and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? I want it to be nice and light.
Airy.
How light it is now. And these boards coming down covering half the windows.
Yeah.
So because, you know, when these boards gone, those windows go up, and these doors are floor to ceiling. All the double doors are floor to ceiling. So be nothing but light. Yep.
All right.
So, you know, plenty of space, like I said, for, you know, outside entertainment area. And then this goes to the roof, which you can't go there right now. The ladder's right there, but I want you to try to find that ladder.
No, we'll be all right.
Yeah, that whole
I'll get it from the top, pop that drone up.
You can actually see the ocean and the mountain from the roof. So all that is open too, bro. Yep.
What you gonna do up there? What's the plan for up there?
Uh,
Like what you got at the house?
you know what? Oh, yeah.
Similar.
Something like that. Some of the area I made, it's really because the boys like the rollerblade. This, you see how big this is? So I'm thinking about putting like a smooth floor in to where they can go up there and just rollerblade, skate, run, shoot, play football, all of that because it's just wide open.
Okay.
And you see how big the house is.
Yeah.
I mean that space is huge up there, you know. And because that's probably what I do. And instead of having the lounge and stuff up there, I'm just gonna have it down here, you know, lounge chair. So I didn't see the need to have it down here and up there.
Yeah, you're right.
You
Cause
know,
you can sit out in the sun and the breeze right here.
Exactly.
And
you can sit out here and tan all day. You see here it is 6 o'clock and you
still got this sun right there, sunset.
So you can sit out here and tan all
That
day.
thing.
You know.
Down over there, up over here.
Exactly. So you know if you don't want the sun, you got it right here. So we just poured this today. This is gonna be a grill area, so it's gonna be a little bar area right here. Bar area. My sink and stuff right here, and then a couple of outlets for some blenders and that type of stuff or whatever, and then grill area right here. So yeah, I'm gonna have charcoal and wood type grill which extends out here, but it come right here, a good size one. Where I can do it, cause I'm just not a gas grill man. I don't like gas, so it's gonna be charcoal and wood, and then it's gonna be one here. And I'm gonna build one out of cinder block, the Dominican style over there.
Okay.
You know how the Dominican cook, how they have they big pots.
Yeah,
They'll make a whole meal in 2 big pots. You got your rice in one, you got your meats and the vegetables in the other one, and then they'll wash and make a good salad, cut the avocado up or whatever. So you got all that nice.
I've never seen that before, but I'm sure.
Shoot.
Seen them outside on.
Yeah, we gotta plan that. So here we throwing they throwing all the busted up rock and everything in here because it's gonna be all cement. So by doing that, it'll save on having to pay for so much cement. You know, because this you see is a lot of cement or whatever. So this really helped to mix this in. Of course, you know they gotta clean it out or whatever. But right now they're just throwing everything down, and then this gonna be the pump room right here. I mean the pool. You know, whatever. It still could be a little storage stuff in there too, but the filter, or whatever, the pump, all that good stuff, it's gonna be in there. So I made it a little bigger than what it needed to be, but hey, more storage space.
Yeah, more space. Always good to have too much, not enough.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because we got bicycles and then like I said, all kinds of stuff that we'll have to put somewhere. And I don't want that stuff to be junking up the house. So the boys can easily they'll probably use it over here. These 2 houses. Which I can put, I may decide to do it, I don't know in the future, but I can put a little apartment on top of here, whatever, if I want to do an Airbnb or something, but not sure if I even want to get into that. So right now I just use this as my material room, but it's my cistern. So actually the on the ground, so right now they just, filling up the cistern from here, the water pumped from Cora Plata from up the river. So you don't have to buy water trucks or anything. It gets a lot of water here.
Wow.
So I just run in there and I have to pay for no water trucks or whatever. So that's the system. So the system is basically this whole thing. I want a big one. So fill that thing up. It'll last a big family a long time,
Okay.
And the water still comes.
Okay.
So right now we just got the temporary pump going, whatever. This is the pump too. That's gonna go in the pool, of course. And then that's the pump that's gonna go in the house. That's the pump that's gonna go in the pool. And then my pool, instead of doing chlorine, I'm gonna do salt water.
Salt water.
Yeah, because salt water is much better for your skin.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And that chlorine.
So it'll be running or whatever. So I already bought that stuff, and then the rest is just electrical and plumbing stuff. So when we finish building that, this I'm gonna turn this into a little workshop area or whatever and stuff. Because the only thing that really need to stay is just that pressure tank.
The pressure tank.
Yeah, and the pump that'll be over there or whatever. And I'll probably still keep that little pump because it puts out good water. Look how strong pressure is on this thing. Oh, well, shoot, I guess it got, no, it's okay. I guess it got turned off. This room here, I built for the generator. So this is the generator room.
Back
or
up.
whatever stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got good pressure. And I
Excellent
got
pressure.
a couple spigots, all around the property or whatever, so access the water without having to go, because you see it's a good walkway down there,
Yeah, it is a good walk.
So here, the map, and the guy just came out of well this yesterday because he big trucks, and I'm glad that it happened, because they, like right now we got a temporary line right here. So the truck with that big excavator that's working on the hotel
Smash
came
it
and
down.
knocked this down or whatever. So it's been knocked down twice. But like I said, it's temporary. That's not the line we're gonna use.
Right.
The main line is right there. The big line or whatever. That's what the city
It's
uses.
gonna be still aerial.
Oh yeah, you see
Oh,
right
it's
here?
gonna hit that
It's
pole
gonna
up
hit
there.
that pole.
Ah, okay,
And,
way up there.
and of course, it got the drip loop, so the water won't get in it.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out and then go over there much
Way
higher, so
on top,
can't
yeah.
nothing touch it. Whatever. So we just did that yesterday. The guy came and welded it for me or whatever. So the electrician, Mario, he's gonna put the transfer box in there, and then I'm gonna have a generator too. So I figure I don't need to get in the generator. And probably by the time we get ready to move in, maybe a few weeks before, I have them bring the generator, and then Mario's gonna connect everything or whatever. So that way when we lose power, and I'm gonna get the big one that'll just run everything.
Yeah.
Just like I would at Caribbean. So when power go off, it come back on. I mean, I'm talking about not even 3 seconds. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure anything under 30 seconds is good, but that fast come on, and it runs the ACs, everything. So you
That's
have to
gonna
worry
be
about
gas powered or
diesel.
diesel? Okay,
Yeah.
diesel.
As a matter of fact, sort of like our generators
Okay.
at a Bell South,
Yeah, the
how we have the
center.
big generator rooms.
Yeah.
Of course, it won't need to be one that big. I think those are like 3, 4, 500 kilowatts or whatever. I mean,
Big
no,
ones.
500,000. That is, yeah, 500 kilotime. But we on here. I'm looking at a 20, between a 20 and a 25.
Okay.
And he said that'll be plenty to run everything.
That's
all
great.
the ACs, everything as if you got power from El Norte.
That's good.
Whatever, watch your step.
All right.
Whatever. So that's what I'm looking forward to. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to, bro, when we get this house finished, is just the yard, man. You know what I'm saying? Plant my flowers, bro.
But all this gonna be concrete though, right?
No.
This is grass too.
Yeah, I don't want all this.
All right.
It's gonna be too hot.
It's gonna be hot.
The concrete is gonna be as wide as this driveway.
Driveway.
Where you drive in.
Drive
to
out.
that driveway. Basically, it's just gonna curve around, and then of course you got your carport. So all this gonna be grass and flowers.
There you
Everywhere
go.
you look and see, I want color, and palm trees or whatever. Oh, like even right here, you see when we poured this, that was part of the design too. Yeah, you see how you can't see it from here, but see those trees actually go up in there. So
Right through that spot right there.
yeah, so it's actually two places where it's a special kind of palm tree that you can buy. It grows tall. You see right here.
It's straight up.
But it's a ball root, so the root don't run.
That's good.
Even though this is cement, I still don't want the roots to be running because roots are strong. So I'm gonna get 2 of those, and they're gonna be fed through here, right there.
How tall will they get? They gonna be taller than the house?
No. I mean, they get probably about. If it get taller than this house, look at those. And these been here since forever. And you see how those are nowhere near as tall as the house.
Yeah.
So it'll get about that height.
All right.
What's that, about maybe 25, 30 feet or so? If
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, so it won't get as tall as the house. Well, but it'll be, but you want it tall enough to where you can see it, from those windows or whatever. Or them, so 2 of those, and then, like I said, plant all different kinds. I already know when to pick out a lot of the plants and stuff, the medium size, or the then small, because I want to take a whole long time to grow,
Yeah.
So those will be bigger, so I'll probably get those grown.
It took a lot of planning, bro.
Yeah.
Boy, a lot of planning.
Yeah, bro. It definitely gets some work, some stress involved.
I can imagine the stress.
But hey, and we weeded through some guys, but I'm telling you, bro, we got a good team of guys, some good guys, As a matter of fact, I took a picture. You actually came right when they changed their clothes.
Oh,
So
they got out of their
as a matter of
uniform.
fact, yeah, I meant to post it in football talk yesterday, but
Like,
but I got tired of them. Did oh here they go
why
right
they
here.
got out of their uniforms?
Yeah, look at that.
Like,
Said
you
well
stupid.
he got two of his AT&T uniform.
Oh, wow, they work clothes.
Yeah, Joseph got on here. Look at
You crazy.
Renell. Look at
That's
that. I
my
told
favorite
you
color, blue.
mine too. Yeah, he got on here. Yeah, James was the only one that didn't have one. Well, James or Renell didn't have theirs on.
I should have sent some long sleeve white shirts.
Yeah, for real.
Dirty, dirty.
But yeah, so that's my trash house right there. You know,
Okay.
just I can get to it from the inside or the outside or whatever.
All
So,
right,
so
cool.
that was something I had to think about because as they were building, I'm like, hold on a second, we missing something. I'm like, no, we need to put a trash house here. So thankfully I called them and then we cut this out or whatever and kept going. For the
Excellent.
little trash
Yeah.
house.
Before they finished building the wall.
Huh?
That's before they finished building the
Before they
wall?
finish building the
Yeah.
wall. Yep. Again, just being here, cause as you see, because they designed the house, but nobody's gonna tell you about where you put the trash at.
True.
That's something you gotta think on your own. So, just a lot of little stuff like that. Whatever. So of course, this area once we tear the house down, the tractor can come in, and level everything. Of course we'll fence all the material too. Then we'll get all this nice and leveled before we get ready to pour the cement for the
Driveway.
driveway, yep. And then this one I'm gonna put my Dominican kitchen. So I got that X because we'll have another water spigot there. And then we got the water coming here. We got another feed for water right here that also come. They got two feeds out here, which is good. And both of them come from the river. So here is nice river water. So like I said, we're gonna have a little Dominican kitchen or whatever. Just basically like a concrete. Instead of having it in wood, it's gonna be concrete. But then you're gonna have a couple open areas to where you can put the wood in there, and then the fire it just the big pots just sit there, and then you don't have to worry about the smoke up the house anything or two.
There you
Of
go.
course, we just sit out here and enjoy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, so like they do, whatever. Because this is the only shade, natural shade on this whole land. Outside of when the grass starts growing. And there'd be a lot of the locals that be coming through here going to the beach. You see some nice looking girls coming out through here.
You might go sell you some plates.
Hey, you know what? Hey, get that barbecue grill going.
Yeah, smoking, yeah.
Because anytime they have a holiday or anything, as a matter of fact, you can hear the music now.
Yeah, but since they put that fence around that place, you can still get to the beach?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So they hadn't closed off access yet.
I'll show you the minute. No, they ain't closed it off. So here's gonna be more garden area, big garden and fruit trees, garden, all for the most part. Of course not clustered, but spread out or whatever. I'm already doing. Look at that. I'm already bringing my compost over here every day now, and then just throwing it in the soil so it can just start mixing back in. Cause this was nothing but black dirt from all them cows over the years. But of course when we came in landscape, they took all the top dirt out. So some of it's still sitting out there. I could bring some in, but the other part we didn't need. But the chicken coop gonna be here. So all the area gonna be chicken coop. I'm gonna have the carpenter when they finish all this. Build me some boxes where they can lay eggs and everything.
Boy, you gonna have your own eggs, your own chicken, your own meat, your own vegetables,
and
fruit.
I'm also looking to a fish pond ecosystem. Have you heard about those?
Nah.
No. Yeah. I actually bought these lights too. This was just black dark.
Okay.
So Eddie North said they actually said, well, if you get the lights, we'll connect them for free.
Okay.
And the power will be on us. I said, deal. Deal. So
they said the power's on them?
The power's on them. I don't get a bill for that. All I had to do was buy the light. I said, it's a deal.
Damn, they would have put another pole up about El Norte.
Exactly. So they already had the poles up, but it was black over here.
Bet it was black.
So I got 3 lights to put them, around the property. But I'm gonna get one more for that 4th pole over there.
Okay.
Even though it's a little bit further past the property, it's still at the light. So I'm gonna get one more and tell them if they can come and connect that one. But yeah, I said good deal. And the thing about it with this one,
those LEDs, and
yeah, exactly. I got those in Santiago, and I'm talking about they light up everything. They work really good.
Yeah, bet.
Real good. So, but yeah, so that's it. Like I said, we'll level this out. I'm gonna have some grass in here, probably some walkway. I gotta see how I'm gonna do it, but for the most part, I just wanna do my plants first, you know, and then how when we plant the trees and everything, then I go back and see how I want the grass to be, you know, or whatever. I just want a lot of color, you know.
Still stuck on them giving you free electricity for that
Oh yeah,
light.
free electricity.
I guess they
The
say.
only key was when I had the electrician right here. I told him how to put them at,
Put 'em right
and I
there.
said turn this one in, and so he said, well, he said if you turn it in, they're not gonna pay for the
Because it's
electricity because they
directly on
want
your
to be on the
property.
street. I said,
Gotcha.
you know what, no problem. But it
Yeah.
lights up enough to where
Yeah.
it's no problem. And then what I did was I got a couple small ones, and these things
I
right
see
here.
it
So
right
I got
there.
one right here, one over there, and one up there by the pool. You know what I'm saying? Just to have at night. And I mean they light up everything, bro. It's almost like it's day out here, you know. So most of the time I don't even use these now because these are
Because
so
that big
bright.
boy right there.
Yeah, and again I don't have to pay for it. So
There you go.
you know, outside the initial cost, they didn't rent me that much. I want to say like about I think I paid like 6 or 7 thousand pesos a piece for those, which is roughly almost $100. So
Right. Just a little
$100
bit.
for,
How
for
about
those
the damn?
3 hours.
I'm thinking like 300-400.
No,
Dang.
no, bro. They was, I was surprised how cheap they were. But again, I bought them in Santiago. They ain't
Still.
had an electricity store that sell nothing but
So
lights.
with them saying, well, if you buy the equipment, we'll let you have it, and the equipment don't cost that much. I guess to us, I mean,
Exactly.
wow, that's something.
I was
Yeah,
expecting it to be a lot more,
yeah.
and
I said,
I
hell,
had to
add
pay.
another one on that one,
Exactly.
flip that one out, take that old one out, put one on there.
You know what? Exactly,
Shit,
exactly. That's what I'm do. Or what? So it'll be nice and lit up on
bright.
here.
It'd be
And
bright.
oh yeah, and I also had to pay them for the line, but they only charged me 4,000 pesos for all the line to run it over there.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, that's all they charged me, 4,000 pesos, or whatever, which is not even $80. You know,
Yeah,
to run the lines to everything or whatever. And
ain't bad.
so that was it. And I said, cool. You know.
That's not bad.
Yep. And that was that was including the guys' little tip for the install too. You know, you're like
Yeah.
4,000 pesos. I said, deal. Shoot. Yep.
Hurry up before you change your mind.
Exactly. So shoot, but that's it, man. And then here, like I said, probably I may do a sidewalk. I'm thinking about it from somewhere up in there, but I'm gonna wait till we pour the cement, you know, do the grass, see how it look. This gonna be very last, cause I'm like, do we need a sidewalk for my mom, or either just because when we come in, she can go into the front door. So it's like, why have the sidewalk over here all the way around back? So I'm probably not gonna do that. This probably just gonna be grass, and then like I say, fruit trees, bananas, plantaino, just lined up, bro.
I can't wait to see them. Don't forget the mango trees
Oh
now.
yeah, exactly. As a
I'm
matter of
gonna
fact, look right there. That's a huge mango tree right there too. I even got one of them out here. That's a huge mango tree right there.
the
Right
one
behind that coconut
right
tree.
behind the coconut tree.
Yep. So I'm gonna have, because now they got a couple. They got some dwarf mango
I
trees
think
to where
okay.
they don't have to get so big. You
Yeah.
know, and they produce faster. So I'm gonna get a couple of those. Have on here, like I said, papaya, avocado, cherry, guanabana. Though I love
Man,
those.
what you ain't gonna need nothing, no food, because you're gonna have all your plants, you're gonna have all your fruits, your vegetables, you got chickens.
That's
What a
it, man.
hog, you don't
No,
you
ain't gonna.
you
Well, I
don't need
mean,
no pigs
oh,
really, you really don't.
I eat pork. I eat
Oh,
pork every
okay.
now and then, but no, I'm not gonna have a
'Cause-
pig. But matter of fact, well, tell you what, I was gonna show you anyway. So come on, we'll go out. I'll show you around the beach, and
Jeez.
then you can see. I'm gonna have I may try a cow. Not sure, but I may try one cow. But I'm definitely gonna have some goats over here
Goats,
because
yeah, I've
yeah,
seen them goats.
because like I say, this is all a cow pasture and goat pasture anyway, and so. Now that I put my wall up, I only need a line of fence in the front and a fence in the back. And the old guy that take care of all the cows and the goats, I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him. Sure, David, up and down. It's skating. Yeah, I'm gonna have him. Look at that. Turn around, look at that.
Oh, I ain't seen that.
What
Oh,
up? Oh
dang,
yeah,
okay.
she was nice back there, bro.
Uh-huh.
Well, you see right here, that water is constantly flowing or whatever. You know, they got a pipe that they had fixed or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, they just start working on the grass today. So I mean, you see them have it started. I thought about putting, stuff like that, but I said I probably not. I want to be clean like this, and plus, you know, for security, it'll be better to,
Yeah, just leave it
you know,
open.
exactly.
Nowhere for nobody to hide and
There
creep.
you go, and my
Yeah,
cameras can pick up movement.
moving.
Ain't
Yeah.
no tree blowing limbs stuff. This be flowing like 4 or 5 days a week, bro.
Wow, man, you need to try to get some of that water
As a
laid
matter of
across
fact,
the
we do.
grass, bro.
We do. That's what's flowing. It's another pipe. It's 2 pipes.
Uh-huh.
And the one pipe we got it connected, and that's what's flowing into my system right now. I don't know if
Shit,
you heard the
yeah.
water going in there or
Man,
whatever.
but
So
shit, I'll definitely be trying to get some of that.
exactly, and it's clean too.
Mm-hmm.
Hola, hola,
Hola, come on.
yeah. So you see right here. So with I don't know if you're just gonna walk over here or not. I don't
Ah,
want
these
to see
my.
your shoes dirty
Yeah, all right.
or whatever. But
Got a wash machine back at the spot.
yeah, well, you know, this dry too, so it's like it's gonna stay
Yeah.
clean. But see that from this, they had all this fence up until we had to take it down because the excavators and the trucks was coming in, and you know, you see they started right here, and then, you know, as they start building and they moved over. So when the excavator come and a lot of that dirt, it looks dry, but that's really good black dirt.
Right
That's a
there?
lot. Yeah,
Okay.
that's mine. So when we finish, when the excavator come and to do that, we're gonna have them smooth all this because he said just put the extra dirt over here so the grass is growing up a little bit lower area. But so you see right here, from right here to right here, and from right there to right there, is where I'm at. This lot is actually for sale. So I'm gonna see how much they want for it, and I may try to buy it. But if not, they have no problem with you putting your cow because just like the old Primo, all this land that's just vacant land that's actually
Okay.
for sale. And so
Gotcha.
they just move the cows to the different land, and really kind of helps out
Yeah,
because it keeps
definitely
that
has
stuff
that.
from being overgrown too.
Overgrown for sure.
So
Yeah.
the cows and the goats will come, eat it
Yeah.
down, then they move to the next land, eat it down, so
Move.
nobody have a problem with it. Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'll do
Yeah.
the same thing here, and you see this is plenty area for a cow and about 5, 6, 7 goats,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So that's the plan. You know, I probably build a little house somewhere for them to go in when it rain or whatever. Cause I got a lot of wood I got to do something with anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
know, with summer I probably still. Can you see here? All that take wood. Those are the columns that they pour the cement in, whatever. So you got to constantly have wood for that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much got everything I need to really to do a job, bro. As a matter of fact, I ain't even show you my cement mixer over there. I got a cement mixer and everything. You know, we got a good Honda engine on it. So on the small to medium to large pours, we can use that. And we used it for all the cement except the pool and the floor and the 2 roofs on the house.
Okay.
You know, because that's a lot of cement. So we had to
I
get a
get the
pump
big
trucks come
truck
in.
come
Yeah,
pour it in.
You know, and they
Big.
just come in and then shoot one. Exactly. Yep, that's
Squishing
it.
it all over the place. Okay.
Yep. I think I
Dang.
posted a video of that yesterday or the day before. The lights come on now. But yeah. So yeah, I'll take you on down there before it get dark.
Let me grab my camera just in case I see something to shoot.
Yep. See, and I'm gonna have a camera on each 4 of the corners up high, so
Mm-hmm.
they can get the house and the street and everything. You know.
There you go.
And then you see, I already got one camera right here. I put it up, and I got one by the pool.
Yeah, you're not putting up barbed wire or anything, are you?
Yeah. I got some razor wire. It's actually inside right now. I'm putting up razor wire on top of that.
Okay.
Wait till you get to this beach. This beach, it'll fool you.
What's the name of this beach?
Puerto Chiquito.
Oh,
You
okay.
got Playa Chiquita that's over there by Santa Fe.
Uh-huh.
Then you got Puerto Chiquito that's here.